Let's start this sad investigation. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too.
Hey!
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making it whole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the whole blood. I can't speak. Dirtying the whole blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more mad than usual these days, Monami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know? I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma's plushie has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? Haha, it's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... Hey, there's a lighter! Hold on. Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. It looks like a lighter. The fire was only extinguished thanks to those sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange. This is a bunch of Monokumas lined up. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter is placed here.
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wants to keep one.
Bring it on.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone let go of them.
Which means?
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I could think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... Oil lighter has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
So just as I thought.
If everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. Now we should finish the class trial. Then we could think about what would happen after.
Like...
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
Huh?
What's going to happen?
That's obviously wrong.
This riding school trip is going to end, right? We could finally go back home.
Jeez.
Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that would happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey!
What do you mean something?
Shut up! Shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. Now let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know. You...
But don't bring up strange stuff like that. It mattered for Gundam's killing and Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So,
This time it looks like it looks like the time. It looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we all doing at that time? Well, what were we doing? Well, right now it's
time.
12:30 p.m. So it has a little clock. It has a clock function. Yeah, that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago.
huh?
It happened that recently. He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
All right.
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died, the killer could have used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime scene looks very detailed, so they would have needed some time to prepare.
All right.
And whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. She looks like she's in some deep thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about the sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that's attached to put out the fire.
Well,
You see a girder next to it, right?
see?
Can you see that red streak? Yep. I do see it. You're right, I can definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get there, right? Plus, it's a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. The blood on the girder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. You know, I've been thinking, without Nagito, who's gonna carry the trial? I mean, is it Chiaki? Like, I guess she could, but that guy was literally, he knew everything. Like, almost everything. Literally carried the whole squad. Now we're gonna be struggling. We have Akane with us. We're and Kazuichi. And we're not gonna make it. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse us. Even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
What a horrible look on his face. The blood splatter all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she's ripped the duct tape off of his mouth.
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine, I'll put it right back once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't an issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case,
Man.
it's no use. She's not listening.
Hey, hey.
About the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. What's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with the duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. Well, what's wrong with that? Is that something we need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
You're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope. It looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burnt off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Right? A knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? A knife. It must be from the military base. Military base. And now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by the same knife. Which means after the killers finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand,
it cannot be.
and then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
Does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just stabbed him with the knife. Why did they need to use the spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Survival knife has been added to the truth bullets. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't be able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie Nagito up, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in the chest, the other wounds were inflicted for no other reasons than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily, I could totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Torture wounds have been added. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
What's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew!
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this the first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that just now.
Hey! Hey!
By the way, I want to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
The castle.
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Darn you, mice! Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming from the handle looks like it has blood on it too. For some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if it confirmed that later. The Spear of Gungnir has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look as deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound. There's blood everywhere.
super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his arm was sliced. Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that could explain the blood on his palm, but there's something. There's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well,
there's blood only above the middle joint finger. The middle joint of each finger. You're right. Why is that the only part?
see?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. I have to investigate his death so I can find the killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just to kill Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him up with rope, covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's a reason to inflict wounds other than a fatal one. So what was their reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burnt. Did the fire do that? Or why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Looks like the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason the panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. Oh, that's not the problem. Surely it'll be fine. Or seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning. And so I'll open the door. It's not opening? There's something blocking the door, I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it more slowly? Akane ignored the protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means we could speculate that this was done intentionally. That's how the fire started, right? The Monokumas just tipped over one after another, then I guess the last one lit the fire? Maybe? The music! This is the MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know what? You know that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. It looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. It's not like I'm missing much. All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. They should have been burnt too. Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? What is it? I want to talk to you about that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Whoa, what are you saying to me? Sonia?
I am sorry!
I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept it quiet the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I expected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs are nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. But at the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. Monami was there!
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Poor Kazuichi. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There shall be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Okay, fine. I'll back off for now. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand.
Hold it.
You look worried. I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good for you to broaden your investigation range. You mean, it's good to investigate other places as well. She might be right. There are several places I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door. Nezumi Castle, where the sphere originally came from. And Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reasons for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it time we leave this place and try exploring the other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems like we had the same idea.
Huh?
Is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. And besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
It looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together, so we need to search for them in other areas. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then is it okay if we leave this place? Wow, we lost so many people that we can't even have like guards standing around anymore. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody could survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Apparently, the bombs that were stuffed on the back of this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Oh yeah, it definitely did. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. What is that, bro? That reminds me when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? Looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. Well, why did he have to use a video message? That's one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there's something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
My.
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However...
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like this?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there's a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Easy as pie!
It is all gravy. All gravy? What does that mean?
Enough already!
There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up. See? All you'll feel is a soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You're right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait!
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just gonna tell you for the first time. Ooh, I feel relieved. If the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well done.
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Why were there other equipment like fire extinguisher equipment like it's not there? It was just the grenades that did nothing. The break room was on the other side of this door. This is where we obtained the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Bro, no. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
The bombs disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Did Nagito know they weren't real? It's possible he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. Were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? No, maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck of the bed.
Whoa!
Found it. What did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife. Wait, that's... don't. Isn't that the same knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe...
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
Alright!
So the killer is someone who's visited this military base at least once. That's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. If the bombs are fake, this might be fake too. I'm not brave enough to check for myself.
Man...
This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. What happened? Didn't you go investigate somewhere else?
That's weird.
There's something at the back of my mind. I'm feeling unsure about something. What is it?
You.
Didn't I just say it's at the back of my mind? That's why I can't explain it.
What's that mean?
The sound and the smells when we went inside here, it's just not clear. She's the type to have something on her mind because of her gut feeling, huh? Kande's gut feeling. Previously, that feeling of hers helped us find a lot of things by accident. It's almost like some sort of feral instinct. Yeah, they always, like when she said, "It's the pillar," and her only reasoning was like it's her gut that thinks it's the pillar. It's like, well, it's kind of weird, but it's also true. Yeah, a spear is missing. It's literally right there. A spear with a flashy ornament on it. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that got rid of Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
It looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
They could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looked hard to wield. But still, they could have chose the spear for a different reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito was trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some sort of clue. Alright, let's go. It's the password to enter the ancient ruin, but the most important part is erased. Nagito was the only one who found out the password written here, and apparently he went inside, but now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? We should deal with that later. Can we go to the ruin and see if Sonia was telling the truth? I mean, we could ask Monami too. But, I mean, I believe her. Otherwise, it'll be really easy to refute what she said.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy, tough crowd.
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black beans. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the door.
Fine, fine.
I guess I have no choice.
Now then. Va-va-va-loose! Bye-bye!
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey, hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. You're right. He has it! Why does everyone's room look so much better than mine? I never have a desk. It's replaced with the Monokuma display stand. So Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days here? I can't even imagine. There's literally... I want to see what's inside Monami's treasure. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past 3 days. What changed him? Maybe the clue that might be hidden here. Oh, maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Our time for investigating is winding down.
So...
The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining other areas first. Let's look for a Monokuma.
No.
So is the bathroom see-through, or that's the door is just open, right? I think so. I think it's just open, hopefully. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It just looks like the one in my room, but...
Hey, hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah. Maybe we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What's this? Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under the bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for? Maybe he knew about the fire.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag in. There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? Thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over the jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but what does that have to do with this?
Wait. Time out.
It might be too soon to decide that. I don't know, what? What is that? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Anyways, I guess we'll open the treasure box, or look at it. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be? Could you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box. Jackie, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it really going to be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some sort of clue that you know. If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I just realized Nagito also has those 2 files, like the 2 books. One with like more information about the future foundation, right? And then the other one was about the Hope's Peak Academy's student profiles with all of us. So, you know, that's really useful. And turn back. Oh, my bad. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is it notebook? Oh, that's what Usami used to look like. Now it's Monami. Why is a notebook inside this treasure box look like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, entries that looked like children's scratch or chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? It's nothing.
Stop it!
Don't look at my notebook. Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monami appeared and took the notebook out of my Took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen inside the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No!
Betrayal, also betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
That notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way.
Ta-da!
That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
You're a liar. You always show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monami, it's not good to lie, you know. Why? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monami can't even write. What are you even saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
Well, you can't because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew!
Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? You say you didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote it? Oh, you know, it's how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Stop doing that! Hold on. She totally ran away again.
Yep.
Same pattern as usual. It looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. We didn't get to read the whole thing. I still want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monami's notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It might contain an answer as to who the traitor is. That's how Nagito... Oh, also, well, he said it was spying on us, but also this could help too. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talk with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Oh, it's the one from the octagon. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really, it looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yep. Poison! Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in more detail. But be careful with that bottle, don't drop it. Stop it, if you worry like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began to read the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. Its monochrome was specially made poison. Special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent. It takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. So it might have been used. This chemical looks like this sure does look like a chemical solely made for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him. From there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? How dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. What about the poison?
See?
Looks like the bottle is less than half empty. It was used! Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? That's why he had the mask on. It wasn't for the fires for this, right? Maybe? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using his poison before he died. If that actually exists, it would be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on this island? What the? Nagito, are you trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you're dead? There are a lot of books and other mystery items on the bookshelf. The genres and types of items are also random. I can't make sense of any of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. What? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know. There might be private stuff in there. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Except that. Yep. Whoa, that file wasn't the only one that I received from Monokuma. There is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. That file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. This might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I had it in my hand to confirm that. Instantly I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was also information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information was bad. I can't believe he made up such a lie. Oh, only my information, my butt. I can't believe he made up such a lie. So that means the rest of us might be a lie too. Or the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The file contained basic information such as my date of birth, height, and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There's no denying it. It confirmed that I was truly a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? We get to look at everyone's, like Byakuya. Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here.
Byakuya!
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Oh.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
His name. Byakuya.
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Stop stalking us.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life?
Too bad!
It's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up!
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked out about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those files, right? eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with all question marks. Ultimate imposter? Oh my gosh. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered as a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. The ultimate imposter.
Ta-da!
That's Byakuya's true identity. True identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake? Huh?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Woohoo! No, I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in a killing school life?
so cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you attain that talent, your way of life has been chosen for you. You can't deny anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a little more liberating. What?
Anyway...
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? Dang, this guy's a fake? So he's alive then, like the real one. I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in return. For a long time, my life has been a living heck. Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No!
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud? Huh. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time.
Shing!
But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew!
Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
It's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in there?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
And we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Hope's Peak Academy has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up.
Bye-bye!
Oh. I have no idea who did it. I can only guess which, you know, I would guess that is Sonia, but I have no idea.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial.
The last
so
one.
Please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last trial? He said that, right? He said the last trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? He said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
I can't imagine that it's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well?
Still, it's not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on a file. Still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right, you're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Dude, our crowd is so small. Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
This is it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
You're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
It is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma said so, right? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I could believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do this all this time is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. And we can really go home after we deal with this class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. Well, good luck, Kazuichi. If you find out that it's Sonia, good luck to you.
You
haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up!
Everyone, you must have run away from despair. I finally realized, after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it, in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's your deal? I did not really know, but she's different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. It'd be annoying if he started talking at a trial. Fine.
But still.
I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last trial.
Yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over in my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride, this will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I just can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. I agree. I don't know how we're gonna solve this. Okay, I am not Nagito. Chiaki's not Nagito. None of you guys are close to Nagito's level. How are we gonna solve this? In fact, during the funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. Even if he's gone, the ones who survived need to stand up and fight. We must fight. We don't have Kyoko from the first game. We don't have Byakuya. We're done so. This bright light greeting us. Is this the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Ugh. It looks like the last island. Well then, now that Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
This started already.
Hey!
Is that right? This is really the last class trial?
Yep.
So you gotta show some enthusiasm and give it your all.
All right!
Now then.
Let's get started.
Viva killing!
This is the 5th class trial. Oh, there's gonna be so many red marks. Red filters or whatever. Red covers on everyone's image. Not everyone, but 11 people's images. 10 people. I can't think. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. I can't wait for them to talk because I cannot talk right now. Oh! Nagito Komeda. Yeah, I'm butchering that, but the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. But he said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. He said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely messed up. But there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. I have no idea who did it, but even Nagito, no! There's no way we can end this without knowing. Jeez. We will be consumed by despair. Oh, look at that page. Everyone except Chiaki. That's why we absolutely have to find it. The person who finished off Nagito. The person who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last, has begun.